Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2018 Keystone Passport 2890RL. This is a great rear living model. It lends itself to an excellent entertaining space, or is a great model just to sit back and relax in. Speaking of, if you take a look right back here, you will see that you have two swivel rockers. These are awesome just for sitting back after a long day and enjoying a book, maybe a little cocktail, or if you want to spin around and enjoy the view out the back, you can do that too, as you have a massive rear picture window. Right in between the two chairs, you have a little top there so you can put down your beverage or laptop, tablet. You also have electrical outlets on both sides of it so you can plug in your electronics. You'll see you have the windows here on the sides to let in some natural light, LED lights right up top, and additional storage all the way across the top. That is tinted glass there, which helps break up the wood look of the camper and also provides excellent storage up there for you. Real quick, I do want to take a look at this. If you notice this, as soon as you walk in, folks, you have some great storage right here. Now, you could use this for a couple different things. You can put pots and pans in there, or because of the proximity to the door, if you want, you could even use this as shoe storage. Just come in, kick your shoes off, throw them right under there. Right up top here is your main control panel. You'll see your tank monitoring panel right there. Also your water heater. Do note it runs off both propane and electric. You can turn both of those on for faster recovery as well. You also see your power awning, your slide room, and then some of your lights there too. If you take a look at the kitchen, you will notice you have a big L-shaped countertop right here. You have a lot of space right back here, which is great, especially, if you want to set up like a toaster or coffee maker, something like that. You can put it right here, and you have the electrical outlet right there nearby. The sink itself, you'll notice, is a double bowl sink. You have sink top covers on both, so you can use this as prep space. And also, you can take these sink top covers off, flip them over. You can use them as cutting boards. I say flip them over, that way you always have the knife marks on the bottom, so you always have a nice side up in case guests come over. When we take the sink top covers off there, that'll reveal your double bowl sink, larger on the left, smaller on the right, and a high-rise faucet. Over to this side, you will notice you have a 3-burner cooktop. The front one is high output, so that's perfect if you plan on boiling water, especially in higher altitudes. Then right underneath, you have an oven in case you want to do some baking. Underneath the sink here, we'll open this up. You see you have big storage right there. And then on this side here, you have same access to that storage there, but even better, folks, you have two very long full extension drawers here. These are absolutely perfect for not just your flatware, but some of your larger utensils like knives, serving spoons, things like that. These straps right here, just so you know, are to tie down the chairs right here in the back when you travel. That way they're not moving around on you. You take a look up top, you'll see you have the hood right here with a light and fan, your microwave. There's the weight of the unit, 5,500 pounds. Folks, that's pretty darn light, especially for a travel trailer of this size. And if you look off to the side here, one of the things you'll notice is you have beautiful cabinetry right up here, raised panel cabinetry. When we open that up, you can see that you have good storage space there too. Right next to that is your Dometic fridge freezer combo. We'll open this guy up. You can see you have pretty good space, a cutout here for some of your taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Right up top is your ducted AC unit. This one does have a quick dump, so you can open it up just like that and have all the air come right down into here, cool the space off. When you're done or it's cooled off a little bit, flip it over and it'll duct the cool air throughout the camper. Right here on the side of the fridge, you have a nice versatile storage space. You'll see you have a hanging rod going across the top there, as well as some removable shelves. So if you want, you can use this as pantry. You can also use it as a coat closet, seeing as how, as soon as you come in, you have the storage right there. Either way, it is a great extra storage area to have. Directly underneath that, you have your breaker box. I'll drop this down for you so you have your breakers for your 110, and then you also have your fuses for your 12 volt. Coming over across the way, you have your thermostat right here. This will control your ducted AC as well as your ducted heat. TV right here in the center. This does come with the RV, so you don't have to go out and buy an extra TV. Obviously, you have a couple different spots in which you can watch that. Perfect on a rainy day. Connected to that is this multimedia center right here, which is not just a radio, but it's also a DVD player, so you can pop a DVD in there and watch a movie. And it's also Bluetooth capable. It controls the speakers in here as well as the ones outside. And because it's Bluetooth capable, if you have a cell phone with some music on it, or maybe you downloaded the latest Stories from the Road podcast, you want to listen to that, you can connect to this via Bluetooth and be able to listen to it here in your RV. Underneath, you'll notice you have some additional storage. And then you also have storage right here up top. Again, instead of going with the wood look, they went with the tinted glass. Just helps break things up a little bit. And then lastly, if we take a look at the off-door side right over here, this is our Super Slide, big U-shaped dinette. There are a lot of misconceptions about a U-shaped dinette where you can sit more people in them than most dinettes, and folks, it's generally just not the case because you'll hit each other's knees. However, it does do a couple great things, and one of them is it gives you more elbow room. By spreading people out a little more, you're not bumping elbows, so you do have a little more elbow room to move around. So it is still a great spot to sit 4 people and have a meal together, play games together. Again, it does give you a little more space. More importantly, though, it creates a much larger bed. You can remove these 2 poles here, drop this table down, put the cushions there on top. This will create a bed that is large enough for 2 adults to sleep on, which can be a pretty big deal. Also, another thing I like about the seating here, if you take a look at the bottom, you will see that it's a leatherette, so that way it's easy cleanup. If someone accidentally spills something, no problem, you can wipe that up nice and easy. Underneath both sides, you also have swing open doors, so you can easily access the storage underneath. You'll see you have a couple big windows here to let in some natural light. And as we move right over here, folks, you get into the tri-fold sofa. So again, another place to be able to sit down so, guests can communicate and hang out. Plus, this is also, as I said, a tri-fold, which makes a very comfortable bed. So you can remove the cushions, fold this out, and again, this is large enough where you can sleep 2 adults here on it. It's also quite comfortable. As you can see, they actually get to sleep on this right here, which is pretty great. That way it's not, like a thin mattress, like your standard pull-out where the bar is going to be in their back, or an air mattress that's going to deflate on them. As we step into the bathroom here, you'll see you have your foot flush lever toilet right down here in the corner. As you'll notice, you certainly have plenty of legroom. I'm pretty broad in the shoulders, so it's a little tight for me here on the shoulders, but overall it is definitely very usable. Right over here, you have your sink top, electrical outlet to plug some stuff in there. A little bit of storage down below, nothing really too terribly usable, but it is excellent access. And then right up above that, you have a mirrored medicine cabinet with good storage in there. Over to the side, here's your neo-angle shower. You have the swing open door. Again, I'll stand in here to give you an idea of height. I am 6 foot. You can see that I do have a little bit of room there. If you are a little bit taller, there's also the skylight here to give you a couple extra inches. And you'll see you have your hand wand and some shelves right behind for your soap and shampoo. So right outside the bathroom and next to the secondary entry, you will see they give you another pseudo coat closet here. So you have a spot in which you can hang up a couple of jackets, sweatshirts, raincoats, whatever. And then underneath, you have some excellent shelving there. So again, I'm glad they put this in here. It just provides a little extra storage space. Moving into the master bedroom itself, you will see the queen bed right here in the center. Folks, one of the things I love about Passport is that this is a true 60 by 80 residential queen size bed. So if you're sick of your feet hanging off in most campers, you don't have to worry about it in here. Also, when I lift this up, you'll see you have some good storage underneath. That box right there that says Aussie is a grill that hooks up outside. I'll show you that when we head out there. On both sides of the bed, you have storage. You have some nice mirrored wardrobe storage there. So you have a rod in which you can hang your clothes, shelf up top as well, and you have electrical outlets down below in case you need to plug in any cell phones, tablets, or if you sleep with a CPAP machine. A couple LED reading lights there, as well as storage going across the top that does all have tinted glass. Taking a look back over this way, you'll notice you do have a slider door on here, and also right up top, you have connections for a TV. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Passport 2890 RL. Right up front here, you have 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. Super easy to get in there, folks. Just undo these 2 thumb screws, lift the door, and that will give you direct access. Behind that, you will see you have rails here for your battery. And coming up the front, you have some black diamond plating to help protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. If we take a look over to the side here, you will see you have a light for a little extra light at night. And directly beneath that, you have solar prep. So if you do want solar, if you plan on doing some boondocking, all you have to do is buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and it'll trickle charge your battery. Coming around to this side, we move into the pass-through. Notice how it has a covered hinge here, so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down the door. It's also magnetic, so you can just flip it up like so. You don't have any plastic tabs or anything that are going to break off on you when you try to close it. You take a look inside, you'll see the pass-through is the same size all the way through. As this is a laminated product, they use aluminum. You can see the aluminum structure in here, but I love the fact you have the same size door on the camp side as the off-door side there. So that way it allows you to put larger items in the entire pass-through and still be able to get them out. If we drop down underneath here, we'll see a couple things. One, you'll notice that this one utilizes huck bolt frame construction rather than welded. Now that does a couple of things for you. One, it's been shown the #1 place that your frame starts to rust out at is right at the weld joint. So by eliminating that joint, you help reduce the chance for your rust to start there. Also, if there ever is any damage, the huck bolt frame is a lot easier to repair than your welded frame, meaning it could save you some money in the future. Right here you can also see this. That is your fully enclosed and heated underbelly. This camper is good for extended season camping, and part of that is because of that enclosed and heated underbelly. As long as you have the furnace running, it'll blow hot air down into where your tanks and water lines are run, so those won't freeze up on you. If we take a look right here, you'll see you have a large power awning. Just touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it rolled right back in. Then you have an LED light strip underneath, so you have light at night at just the flip of a switch. As we saw when we were inside, you have 2 entrances into the RV. This is your secondary entrance right here, but the nice thing about this one is when you come in, it is a straight shot right across to the restroom. So if you have any guests that need to use the restroom, this is probably the entrance they'll want to use. You do have 3 foldable steps right here, as well as a smaller grab handle, just to give you a little extra control when entering or exiting the RV there. Underneath that power awning, you'll see 2 outside speakers. I talked about those a little bit inside. Those are connected to that multimedia center. And again, that unit is Bluetooth capable. If you need to plug anything in, this will be the place to do it. You have an electrical outlet right there, so it's perfect for any, electronics, cell phones, blender, whatever else you need to plug in. And if you take a look right down below, look at those beautiful wheels shine, folks. Cool thing about that is they'll continue to do so as those are aluminum alloy and aluminum doesn't rust. You'll also notice how they're spread a little bit further apart than most axles. That's because it utilizes the load equalization axles, essentially, which is a widespread axle system, which helps reduce sway while traveling down the road, meaning you'll have an overall better tow experience with the Passport. Right back here is your main entrance. I have it folded up currently because I have this slide right here in my way, but this does have your larger foldable grab handle, making it easier to enter the coach. Just gives you a little more control, even more so than the small grab handle. And again, you have the 3 foldable steps. This goes right into that rear living area where your kitchen and your 2 rockers were. So we take a look at the back of the Passport. You'll see this one does have a square tubular bumper with the end caps. You can take those end caps off and it'll give you a nice storage space for your sewer hose. That way it's not rolling around with everything up front in your pass-through. As I mentioned, this unit does come with a grill. We saw that inside under the bed. Right here is the arm for it, so that way you can just mount the grill right here, swing it over and around, and that way you can cook right here outside instead of having to cook inside where it's hot and then you get a bunch of fumes and stuff in there. Right underneath here is your propane quick connect. So again, you just plug that grill right in and you are good to go. Right here in the center is your 30 amp power cord. And then over on this side of the bumper is your spare tire with a cover. Folks, hopefully you never have to use a spare, but in the event that you do have a blowout, it is very easy to access the spare here because it is on the bumper and it has the cover, so it should be in good shape. Above that beautiful rear picture window here, you will see the backup camera prep. Great thing about that is that because it is already prepped, it's a lot easier to install, meaning that if you do have it professionally installed, it'll save you some money on labor because, again, it is already pre-wired. If we take a look on the off-door side here, right in front of the slide, you'll notice a couple things, folks. One of them is the black tank flush, and this is an awesome feature to have. So even though, you empty your black tank and everything drains out, there's always a little bit that doesn't quite drain. It's left behind. And normally you have to stick a hose down your toilet with a wand to wash it out. This makes it a lot easier. You simply take a hose, hook it up right here. The black tank has sprayers built in, and it will wash everything out for you. Directly underneath that is your outside shower with both hot and cold water access. And if we drop down below, you will see that you have your main termination right here. And then you also have your tank valves. You'll see those kind of straddling it. Right over here is your black. You have 2 gray tanks on this one, so you have valves for both of those tanks. Last thing I want to hit on, folks, is this right up here, which is your water inlets. The front one here is for your fresh water, so if you plan on doing some boondocking, you want to fill your freshwater tank, that is where you will put the water in at. You have city water hookup, you'll just hook it up right there. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2018 Keystone Passport 2890RL. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.